Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV with Ryushi, Hildreth and Ducky. Oh no, wait. A massive Steam outage tonight has meant the Highlander game that Hildreth and Ryushi are both involved in was delayed. So they're currently held up. This game is actually delayed a little bit, so it's not even going to be that impactful, but for the time being, it's going to be me, Bad, Admirable, and Ryushi is here to let me catch my breath now and again, but I don't think that guy can actually string a sentence of English together, right?
I can't.
He can. We're here for the ETF2L Season 17 powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 7 fixture between Awsomniac and the Last Resort. This is a crucial fixture in terms of the playoff positions, but more importantly, it's two seriously good teams going ham. I think this is going to be a sick game here.
I would hope so. I'm actually not in the game yet, so I'm taking my time, being professional.
Yeah, I've just readied up, so like your timing is impeccable, my good man. This is the first map, Snakewater, and we are going live to the first middle here. The second map will be Granary because this is week 7, but right now I'm watching the T-Mac perspective. Yeah, that's right. Gonna see some big roams. I want to see what this guy's gonna do. The demo men just sort of feeling each other out thus far. T-Mac's gonna roll out to the right hand side, jumps up onto the half roof, and now he's poised, he's ready to go in. He's gonna jump in. Looks like going for a skip jump, but is immediately denied by a rocket there, so T-Mac is sort of out of the game. He's not dead, but Heist has gone down there to Flippy, who just WM1'd across the point. Exxon picks up 2, Rake, and then a sick pipe onto Nox, and it looks like Awsomniacs are going to crush that first mid there, Hui.
Sounding great. I'm about to join the Source TV as well, so hopefully I can catch action as well.
Oh wow. Don't worry, I can just keep going here radio style. This middle is actually continuing. They haven't even capped the point yet. Callow and Kind of Fun trying to throw themselves in there. They got Bull. Callow with the black box frag onto Bull. I was just ifting you there, Hui. I was handing that one off to you, but you missed it. And T-Mac's going to steam forward here and dies to Heist, but Heist is on 30. Tech is trying to finish him off. Tech goes in and he gets cleaned up by the combo of Nox and Rake. So they've sacrificed 2 soldiers for no pick there, and that's going to be an easy push here for the Last Resort. They're definitely going to come in on that one, or an easy decision at least. The push itself may be easy, as Nox catches a pipe from Exxon. Another pipe. Nox is just being juggled from long range by pipe after pipe from Exxon. There's no heals on the pocket right now, and that's going to make the calls here from TLR a little bit shaky. Nox is usually the momentum here. He's the guy who's going to go forward, and right now he is on life support, and everybody just stalls. They all start pressing their backwards keys. They panic, and in come the French. They're going to get a frag onto Kyler, and they just bullied those TLR guys out of the point right there.
That's I'm finally in Source TV. I can catch all the action.
This fight on mid went on for quite a while. But now, as they move forward, Kyler goes down to Demil, but Demil does get picked out by Heist there, so it's a scout down a piece. Kyler's just respawned back on the scattergun, and he's going to be back in the fight before Demil, so the positioning here from AWS is to retreat ever so slightly onto the midpoint, but so far, it's just still playing around this initial mid. It's been a little bit back and forth, but no ground taken since AWS actually took control of the middle at the start.
And Nox tried pushing the Saw area, since, you know, they had the player advantage, 5 against 6, but the stickies from Exxon managed to buy enough time, and Nox decided to go back with Merlin.
It's a straight Uber versus Uber game right now, both medics with 100%, but there's the T-Mac finding the frag onto Rick, isolates him in the Saw room there. He sort of got trapped and played a little bit by the French now with a man advantage. They want to step forward here onto the train. Tech is sort of... Oh, drop comes in! Nox gets the drop onto Bull, just walks forward and lands 2 direct rockets there. And Tech is looking a little bit disgruntled. He thought he was going to go in there for an Uber trade. It was going to be Tech and Nox trading off with their medics, Uber them, but Bull drops. Didn't see that soldier just walking around. It was a blind corner there. And now the first sign of weakness from AWS.
Even though the medic of Awsomniac dropped, Merlin died to a scout as well, so 2 drops. That was pretty nice, both teams.
Yeah, that's often the sort of catalyst, right? You know, whenever your medic dies, you just go for those big plays, and Flippy does it. Gets the medic pick, and Bull spawns earlier because he died earlier, so he's going to have a significant advantage here. 22%. Merlin opts to stay medigun as well. And the French are going in dry here. They've got 5 players coming in from that Saw Room side. Demul was trying to create some distraction on the point, but Rake just walked forward and killed him, but he himself is in a difficult position, but Rake gets Flippy as well. Goes big there in the 2v1, gets both scouts down, and that will slow down any AWS aggression, but they are making it a slow and incremental push forward. I think Ryushi's in Mumble now.
I am, yes, I have returned the prodigal son and all that bollocks, but I am in the server now. I see I've only missed about 4.5 minutes of the game, so am I taking over from Huey because Huey's too scared to cast or something? I think that's how it works.
Yeah. He's from third world, so you're from a first world country. You can just trump him. I think that's how it works, yeah?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Well, I just came in and saw that Uber exchange right there, and TLR coming out strong out of that 3 for 1, including the medic. That is a nice trade, and they're going to be able to cap this second point out, and probably push mid as well, because Merlin going to have maybe, what, a 30% advantage right there?
Yeah, T-Mac just respawns, and he's taking the high ground. They're going to try and stall out. He and Exxon are going to try and buy as much time with spam, but Tech is going to get that back spawn. Kalu goes down to the Exxon sticky trap, though, and that's going to take the sort of sting out of the tail of any advantage that TLR had, because AWS have effectively bought themselves another 10 or 15 seconds there for the spawn to go in. There's a sniper here taking pot shots. That is, of course, Flippy, a real weapon in the Awsomniac's arsenal. But if Nox sees him standing there too long, he might just decide to take the Uber in and try and crush that sniper.
Well, I think with Flippy, it's a good trade, an Uber for that sniper, because he's just so powerful on it. That if they can just chase through and maybe get something else after that, that would definitely be worth it. But then, also, Awsomniac have backed off now. They're holding on their own side of mid. They're just coming back towards it. They've both got 100%, so TLR not pushing on that slight advantage that they had. And I'm not quite sure who's going to do what. Who's going to make the first mistake?
It's going to be an interesting one. Like, there's sort of two ways to deal with the sniper. You can either hide, which is probably most people's reactions, but
or you can just die to it, like Calho just did.
Just to push into the sniper, because after the Uber's trade, if you're close range of the sniper, you're effectively forcing him to hit some hero shots, or else you should be able to crush it in that situation. But right now, TLR have lost 2 after that Uber trade. Heist goes down late, Calho's about to respawn, Kylo's going down as well, and the Awsomniacs are just beasting it here. They're just trying to skill it. Nox is doing big work, gets long skyward, huge air shot from Tech there with the 1-2 punch onto Nox after he picked up 2 frags there, killing both scouts. He did good work in that sense, getting those scouts, but he's definitely going to be in a frag movie now.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Awsomniac to push that without that scout. So I think that was the right decision to just go in on them. And TLR are gonna get their spawns right now, and especially as Mirren got out alive, he's got 4% disadvantage. That's really nothing. So it's gonna be nice for TLR to defend, especially as they brought out that sniper on Rake and that heavy on Kyler. So has the whole game been like this, a little bit stalemate?
Yeah, this is still the first round. The AWS won the first middle. There was a bit of a back and forth, but they never really lost control of the point, and they've managed to move forward and get their sort of death grip onto CP4, and they haven't been able to be shifted off that either. It just has descended into a couple of messy trades. You know, medics have dropped, medics have gone down, but AWS have been consistent in taking control of territory here and being difficult to shift, and right now they're just sizing up their opponents. There's Nox trying to jump into pressure Flippy to actually juggle them forward, so the sniper won't be too fortunate there. Didn't manage to land a magic headshot on the Merlin.
I swear he got a headshot on something though, I don't know what it was.
Nox wants to push, he's going to come up from the lower side. He's using this one-man advantage as a good opportunity to trade. He sees T-Mac there, but I think he's a little disappointed that no one from AWS is in the lobby. They were very good to position themselves and respect the man disadvantage. They wanted to allow TLR to push, you know, give them enough rope to hang themselves there and force something crazy, but both teams very cautious here. They seem to have a lot of respect for each other.
Well, Flippy has respawned still on that sniper, so they're really like relying on him to get that magic headshot either onto the demo or the medic or whatever. Rake trying to counter snipe as much as he possibly can though, and he's not going to get anything with the first shot. Flippy trying to do as much as possible, but it's not happening at the moment. Both teams just posturing at each other, comparing their sniper-sized penises and just seeing who wins.
Yeah, Tech peeked there and saw Nox was hiding in the corner on that sort of spool of wire. Did a couple of decent rockets onto him, and that's something you could have pushed off, but that is definitely something you can push off as Flippy gets the fully charged headshot onto Kyler. Heavy down, man down, and they are going to move in here. They've actually popped off Uber pretty early, a couple of seconds milked there by Merlin, so technically TLR could hold him here if Nox can find kills as this Uber fades. Heist is still up as well. There's still a lot of damage potential here, but it's a 4-on-4 game. Spawns are going to come in. Kyler's about to respawn. He could come in for the cleanup. Only Exon's alive. He doesn't even need Kyler, but he does come in to steal that last frag as Heist and Nox combine to just put out so much damage in the dying seconds of that Uber and clean up those AWS guys. They probably should have taken a smarter position towards the end of the Uber exchange.
Yeah, they do get 5 forward spawns on that middle point though. Exxon the only one not there, so without that demo it's going to be tough, but Flippy actually picking up that spy, so I want to see what he's going to be able to do with this. I know he's a prolific sniper, but I've never seen him play spy before.
Oh yeah, man, he plays sniper, spy, engineer, pyro. He loves all those off classes, any excuse.
Well, they've lost T-Mac, whether that's a coordinated bomb, they're trying to let TLR push as far forward as possible so Flippy can get in behind, and he's going to be getting in. He can see the back of Miralin, he backstabs, but it fails so hard, and he doesn't get the pick, and now they've lost that point. I swear, I heard the noise for that, but Miralin turned afterwards from on my screen. I swear that should have been a drop.
I saw the backstab, you know, like he raised the knife.
Yeah.
And then he just sort of slowly rotated, and I guess the server never lies on the server. It wasn't a backstab. Even if it looked sort of strange on SVB, but right now he's going to respawn. Mirlin's popped off Uber here, and Bull's milked his for a second or two, but Rick gets Exxon. Exxon gets dropped there out of range off his medic, so even though the Uber trade, like the times popped off, is fairly equal, Rick going in gets another frag onto Demil, Calhoun, and to T-Mac as well, and TLR have an opportunity to just move forward and clean up the rest of these frags.
Yeah, Flippy going down there. So, sorry. Yeah, with Flippy going down there, they just, like, he went forward while the rest of his team went back. That's just unfortunate. They lose that right at the back, and like, TLR could just dry push here. I think they should, actually.
Yeah, just checking to see what the setup is on defense. They got Demul on heavy. Flippy is opting to stay scout here. He wants to build Uber with his medic. I think they know they're slightly behind, but he's building that, doing a good job. It's only a 9% difference right now, and it should be an even Uber fight. TLR aren't even anywhere near those doors, so they're definitely not going to push right on the button. So now they begin to poke a little bit. They're going to see what the setup is. That soldier up there, T-Mac, he is the prime candidate to get focused. Quite often you'll see is what the demo man will do, is spam a stick up a soldier, will try and jump up and chase him down. He's forced back into spawn right here, and they've been allowed in for free because the sort of heavy forces to play all bunched up like that. The heals have to be around the heavy. He's popped off actually. It's an Uber trade here, but the frags have actually come in for TLR. They've got T-Mac and they end up then they get Demul as well, and TLR have only lost Rake for their trouble here, Ryushi.
Oh, the huge bomb from Calho coming in on that right-hand side. He waited so long, just timed it perfectly. But he does get taken down, but it doesn't matter because Kyler and Miralin were just focusing. They were playing objective, and they are going to cap out. And that is that only our first round? What the hell? That's a 12-minute round. Such a close
heartbreaker
game.
round as well. That went all the way from the TLR last back to the AWS last, and they might be a little bit frustrated by that.
I would be, and I'm not even playing. But it'd be interesting to see what happens on this mid. I've no idea what happened on the first mid. There was no crits or anything, was there?
No crits, no Skeege in play here.
Well, that's a shame. But in comes a big bomb from T-Mac. He's not going to get anything with Flippy going down as well. So some good focused fire out of TLR. And now they're just going to be falling back. Tech on a lot of health lost. And Exxon is going to get caught out. D-Mule as well. What the hell? Where did he even get caught by Kyler from? Pretty good middle there for TLR. Very good middle there. Four for nothing.
Yeah, I was slightly distracted there for a few seconds. Sunny Black reminded me we were supposed to be good at a giveaway tonight. I guess we should try and crowbar that in at some point in some quiet time in the game. Maybe like right now when there's an Uber stalemate. What do you think, Ryushi?
I think the amount of damage that Flippy puts out on Sniper in the second game, is that or is that too sort of niche?
That could work. You know, that's what if he doesn't play at all? Ah, he'll definitely play.
Well, Zero's an
Sniper on Granary, yeah, I could imagine that.
Yeah, Zero's an answer.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so the amount of damage that Flippy puts out on the second point, but D-Mule taking over that sniper rifle from Flippy does actually get the hero pick onto Hiss, so TLR are going to have to back up right now. They lose Nox as well. Miralin drops him, and now Miralin's in so much trouble because he's got Rake with him, but he's just going to have to run the hell away. Just coming out the end of that Uber, they do manage to pick up Exxon from a nice flank from behind, and Calvo getting a double kill onto Exxon and Bull, the two players that you really want to be killing as a roamer. TLR just clutching a little bit there.
Yeah, Kyler doing a great job as well. Like, just as a scout with a buff there, he was bullying back Tech, who was trying to push forward, and that was probably the distraction that allowed Calho to come in. So those two Portuguese players syncing up quite nicely there, and turning things around yet again. Now Maryland with a massive Uber advantage, 50-60% here, and they know they've got time to sort of organise a decent push here. You would expect maybe TLR to convert another round.
Well, they should with this huge advantage. They really should. I mean, Flippy's on the heavy right now, so that's going to be who they want to focus down. But Exxon with the blind dare, that was blind. Taking down Rake. I'm not even sure where he took him down from, but a really nice pick. And now in comes the blue Uber from below. There's going to be a good focus fire onto Flippy, so that's a 1-for-1. But Bull gets caught out still outside of spawn, so there's going to be no save right now. There's 6 on point, so they need to deal with that demo of Exxon. And they're not finding him at the moment, and a couple of players go down. Hiss actually just stands on the point and dodges the sticky trap, and they do cap it out. So 2-0 at the moment, with 15 minutes left on the clock.
AWS getting outplayed a little bit. So the competition then, you say how many damage points will Kyler get on the second map, and you have to post that, guys, on the ETF2L match post or
With Kyler, Flippy.
news post about this page.
Ow.
Flippy, yeah.
I'm confused. Yeah.
We'll talk about it more in the intermission, but on this middle, Eggs on his first to die as Heist just lands a couple of magic stickies there. Rake follows up onto T-Mac as the rest of Awsomniac just back out immediately following the early death of the demo man. But Heist has jumped in behind them. They're going for the big pincer play here. They're coming in on all angles. Players stream forward from the saw room, from the air. And now Flippy is juking around to get the med pack, but meanwhile Demul is in deep onto Maryland there, who had the overdose out trying to back off and buy time. He has survived, but Flippy is still a threat here. Flippy is behind enemy lines. He's been spotted though. He can perform a little bit of a distraction here. He's actually got an opportunity to kill Heist. He's on middle, but Heist is jumping into the kitchen here. He knows Flippy's hiding around here. Flippy is missing his opportunity, I think, to get that pick onto Heist, and now Kyler has come back. Nox is there as well. There's a lot of players. They're all hunting Flippy down. He will get cleaned up, and that's a 15-second window for TLR to push with a man advantage here.
I thought he full-on meat shot Maryland there, but it turns out he didn't. You know, the wonderful STV lag, meaning that he didn't actually shoot in there. But it doesn't matter because the blue Uber is coming in on last once again. Kyler though falls as he tries to enter by T-Mac taking him down with some huge plays, but it doesn't matter because they got Bull. But a lot of TLR players falling right now. Only Maryland, Calho, and Heist alive. But Calho's done so much alone that we were able to see him. What am I saying? He's been able to do so much alone, but it doesn't matter because Heist is dueling Flippy on last point, but it's not going to be enough.
Look at Maryland, he's down below trying to offer Exxon a melee fight, but Exxon just steps back and calls his boys to scout step in, and they clean up that medic. No honour amongst these Frenchmen. They are happy to take that easy medic frag. Should mention as well, there's another Premiership game on tonight that was sort of scheduled at short notice. It's AO Girl versus Made in Germany. That's actually available on STV. It's flagbrigade.eu 27102. This is 101. So if you want to check the game out on STV, you can as well. But you'd be mad to miss this amazing cast. Right? Right?
Absolutely. Time has been added. I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't listen. You talk too much.
Fire
I don't know
away.
where I am now. Yeah, so
You're
guys,
casting AO Girl versus Made in Germany.
Oh, are we? No, we're not. Confused. What team's this?
This is the
Okay.
High Panther Kill Switch game.
Is it? Oh,
Golden
what?
Cap.
Oh,
Deja Vu here, man.
Wow, I swear that was only like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil that for anyone though, but that was a good game. If you like Highlander, I'd go watch that. I'd go watch the VOD of that after we finish this game right now. But Rake's going to get killed by a good entry frag, but did the Uber get popped out? Yeah, Bull pops out a really early Uber there, and not doing anything with it other than like killing Rake. And now the blue Uber comes in from below, and it's going to find Demule, but not a lot else at the moment. Some not really good focus fire, but Bull maybe get caught out here. He is alone, and he is on 7 health, so surely he's dodging the pipes at the moment. But Calho eventually finds him, but T-Mac comes in from behind, is going to pick up his and Tech as well jumping, so they're going to take knocks. So a lot of players going down for TLR. A really scrappy fight for both teams there.
Oh, T-Mac with the option to go for the back cap, but realised with that health he probably wouldn't get it. Got cleaned up. But yeah, that Uber exchange there was really sweet from TLR. They just sort of avoided the early bull Uber, went down below, and then Nox came in with the full Uber, and he put out so much damage. He may have only got one frag, but Tech and Demul were like super weak as well, and eventually died later on. But just a nice little sidestep there, I think, by the TLR combo. Impressive.
Yeah, 100%. I just want to bring attention once again to the little competition that we're having tonight. It is on the match page, I think, isn't it? On the front page of ETF2L. You've got to go post how much damage that Flippy will do on Sniper on the second map. And you've got to post that as a number. The closest one to the actual thing wins a lovely, lovely TT Esports mousepad, who are, of course, wonderful sponsors for this season of ETF2L Season 17. So go and post the damage. I will post the link to the page in chat in a few seconds once I finish talking. And, well, TLR retake middle there while I was busy advertising.
Yeah, stream chat is actually where you live, as I understand it. It's who they're giving you a boost. There's an Uber exchange going on right now, though. It's an early one, this time from TLR. Nox is going to go in behind as Merlin goes and meets up with his teammates. Exxon still has the charge. He's going to be able to hit a couple of pipes there to send Merlin through, and just as the Uber's faded, Exxon is looking in danger. T-Mac comes in with the 2k, shuts down Calho and Kyler, the Portuguese duo, and 6 players down. That's a wipe, ladies and gentlemen.
Good play by Awsomniac there. And they're pushing forward aggressively. There's 5 players in this forward spawn. They're going to get heist with the huge sticky chat from Exxon. Are they going to get anyone else? No, they're all going to back spawn. No one else is going to try for that YOLO play of coming out from behind them. But with heist down, there's no defense here, and Flippy is up on Sniper, so it'll be interesting to see what he's going to be able to do, or who he's going to be able to frag.
There's a 7th man on the field now for TLR in the form of Rake's Sentry Gun. You got Kyler there with the heavy weapons guy. Also, they are going into full turtle mode. Uber comes in very early here from AWS. They're going to Uber right through that roller drop. T-Mac dies on the flank. Nox shuts him down, but it's a trade actually. Well played by T-Mac to take out the pocket. And now Merlin is going to be isolated. The heavy weapons guy is still up. He's only got 26 health. He gets annihilated. Massive overkill by 100 damage pipe there. And AWS are just making sure they kill everyone. They're going to rub salt in that win, man. That's a humiliating push there. Well executed.
Flippy just getting the final kill with a close range headshot onto Rake. That's just embarrassing. Poor Rake.
But they had the Uber advantage obviously when they pushed there, but they definitely made it pay that time. It's going to be a 1-round game as we go to the 4th middle of the map with 8 minutes left on the clock here, Ryushi.
Yeah, it's so close right now. All the rounds that we've had so far have been long drawn out and hard fought. But in comes a huge bomb from T-Mac. He's not going to find anyone, and he does get shut down, but a lot of damage to the enemy players. Hiss is going to be cleaned up as a result of that. And now there's a scout in very close on to Merlin. He does take him down. Demiel getting that nice picks as well. So a lot of players for TLR going down. Kylo, the only one left alive on 60. Oh, sorry, Kyler, the only one left alive. And he's... Is he behind? No, he's... I think he is. I think he is behind. He's going in on middle right now.
Coming behind Flippy. Oh, he's just stalking him until he gets in range for the 2-shot. And yeah, Flippy down to 9. Flippy runs away. Tech comes in and bodyguards his scout a little bit there, but Kyler trying to be sneaky didn't manage to get the frag, and he's gone down sort of late, and that's a man advantage here as AWS are already pushing him on that lower side. The Uber's popped off, and initially they're not doing that much damage. They're trying to focus the heavy, but the jukes here from Rake are good. He does eventually go down, but right now as the Uber fades, a lot of these AWS players are reloading. The opportunity here for TLR to find frags, but all they've managed to do is create 3 weak AWS players. The frags are continuing to come in as it snowballs out of TLR's hand, and it's going to be a 2-2 game. Oh yeah.
I think Bull had like 4 health. And T-Mac, Flippy and Tech were all on like 7. That was ridiculous. They were so lit, and they just couldn't focus it perfectly. But that's 2-2. 6.5 minutes left. This is ever so close. I'm really excited. This is a good game. We there. Please talk. I can't do talking.
Yeah, man, I've been looking forward to this one. Like, 2 of the real contenders for the Premiership here. T-Mac, I'm watching him rolling out. He's going into kitchen already. I'm sure he's being spotted, but he's about to come in from behind. But Rick is all over him. Great protection on his medic there. Both scouts playing around the TLR medic. Tech already died as well. 2 knocks shut down there by his opposite number on the pocket duties. And with that sort of soldier aggression being nullified there, the only thing AWS had to do was back out. go hard or go home, as they say, and they've decided to go home. Oh, look, Exxon getting a frag onto Heist there over on the right hand side. Nox is coming in deep here, trying to find the medic, but does find the weak tech. T-Mac respawns, goes forward to chase down Nox, but Nox is about to be reinforced by the rest of the blue team here, just capping off CP4 there. Flippy's opted to go heavy, not sniper this time, nor spy, nor engineer.
I think that's a push. I think that should be a push right there. They need to be getting aggressive with that player advantage, but they're wasting a bit too much time, and they're not going to be able to do it now. Respawning tech is going to pick up that 300 health, and that's just so much health that they've got to go through that heavy and the pocket. It's just going to have to be an Uber exchange right now, I think, because there's no snipers on the field yet.
Oh, here comes Callow. They're going to send in the lone bomb. Callow gets the force. Oh, they were too distracted at the roller door. Nobody was covering the high entrance. Callow comes in, gets the force off, and Merlin, not even threatened for 1 second there, is able to just walk backwards, maintain the Uber advantage. They've got a full 40 seconds here to wait for Callow to respawn, but it looks like they want to go already. This might be a little bit cocky. They're going to go into 5 versus 6 here. By the time the Uber fades, Callow will be there, sure, but there's an opportunity for the flank to get crushed, but Heist gets first blood onto Flippy in this exchange. Tech with the 2K, Kyler and Merlin going down. Oh, only Flippy down so far. No, there's Tech going down as well for AWS. It's a 3-on-4, but it's favouring the French right now. Nox has got the high ground, spamming rockets down, tries to land the air shots, pulls out the shit stick, but T-Mac can finish him off there. Calio on the point. And first to die, Kyler and Heist, or Heist has managed to survive. Kyler's just respawned. Heist is back onto CP4 here. He's just putting up stick. He's hoping that they push out into him, but a great hold there by Awsomniac, and maybe a little bit overeager from TLR to push without their 6th man.
Yeah, I think they could have waited like a second or two there, just to make sure that he came in while there were still players alive. But they're going to lose Kyler, and maybe Heist as well. He's really overextended now. He just managed to get back out in time, and so with this point capped out, 40% advantage right now for them, so they should push straight away, I think, especially with Kyler still down.
Yeah, sorry, just engaging with Sunny Black here, you know, he's a ruthless administration machine, but on to this middle push here from AWS. They've already lost 2 players by the time they pop off the Uber, but they're able to chase forward and get a few more here. Tech takes down Kyler. Now it's an opportunity to beast Nox. He's down into a shotgun battle here. Nox reloads a rocket but doesn't do any damage, reloads another and trades there. But meanwhile, Heist had come in from the flank and crushed those unassuming players on the point, picked up Bull and Demul, but that soldier exchange out there was pretty hilarious. Nox missing a point blank rocket, or it hit the geometry, I don't know, but that was quite hilarious. Thank you.
I didn't actually catch it. I was watching Heist come in and just clean up on point. But Exxon now, a very, very aggressive forward hold by him, and maybe a little bit danger. Yeah, Calho connecting those direct pipes onto him. But Exxon does manage to pick up Rake as well, so a bit of a weird exchange there. Kylo going down as well, so really hard, really well defended by Awsomniac here. Especially as they're going to pick up Heist here. He's in so far forward, and he even gets headshot as a little bit of to add insult to injury. Flippy headshots him from across the point.
Oh,
so now,
baby.
yeah, so now they can just push Flippy with his double domination. So, you know, guys, I've noticed that in the thing, people have been saying quite a lot of damage that he's been putting out. I can see how he can put out a lot of damage on Sniper from this map.
It'll be hard to predict that one. There's only 2 minutes left on this map, so the competition deadline will soon be coming up. We'll give you more details at the break, but right now this action is getting intense. T-Mac went down previously to Rick. He's going to respawn, but right now it's a 5-on-6. Oh, but there's Calho getting a little bit too far forward. The headshot comes out from Flippy onto Heist, but Nox with the 2K picks up Exxon and Flippy. Now the Ubers are popped off, and it's a 4-on-4 game here as TLR are still trying to take control of AWS's 2nd point.
Well, they're all in behind them at the moment. There's going to be
Nox!
Tech. Oh, wow.
Nox gets Bull and T-Mac haven't got those earlier 2 frags. He's getting all the heals, but he is at least doing work with them right now. I think he probably got about a kill streak of 5 there, maybe more. That was just in the last 30 seconds. And now they're going to continue to hammer home here. And if they get this point with only 1:20 left on the clock, it's going to be tough for AWS to come back for a golden cap.
Yeah, and there it is. That's going to be 3-2 with, as you say, 1:16 left on the clock. That's very tough. They need a perfect round. So we'll see how the middle goes. The middle is obviously going to tell us who wins this map, really. if Awsomniac don't get a perfect wipe, it's going to be very, very hard for them to... it's going to be impossible for them to win. See what happens. They've got to be playing close to the wire right now.
I'm watching the T-Mac perspective. Flippy goes down early, but Exxon finds Rake. Nox has managed to kill Tech again on this middle. Exxon is doing his best to go huge here, working forward, landing a big pipe onto Nox, now pumping out more damage. Demul gets the clean up there onto Callow, and they will be able to cap the point, but that middle took a little longer than they'd hoped, and they didn't get the complete wipe, so there's a real opportunity for the last resort.
Yeah,
to
especially
buy
as
time on
just
last.
denying time on middle. He ran in and started defending middle, but he did manage to get out as well, so that's a really, really nice play for him. And Bull actually on 90% compared to Murin's 100, so Murin actually built that so much faster. Is that a crit? Can't be a crit. No, it's going to be an Uber. They're just going to push straight in on this last. We have 10 seconds left on the clock, and both Ubers popped. Oh, but Awsomniac losing 2, losing 3. Kyla is going to be the only death, and now they're just going to... Yeah, just be able to defend that point. That is GG, 3-2, bringing it down to the wire there for Awsomniac.
Yeah, that was incredibly close. They maybe could have played a little bit... They maybe could have played for the golden cap at 2-2, you know, but Nox came out with some big frags there, having beat out most of his team. He came in with the cleanup, got 4 or 5, but the important thing was they all died sort of almost in a big group, so there was really little contest on last. Let me whip up the logs here real quick, see what story they tell us.
While you're finding that, I'm just going to once again, guys, talk about our competition. You have to go to the front page news post on ETF2L. I've put that link in chat, and you have to write down exactly how much damage you think Flippy will do as Sniper, and only as Sniper, on the second map, which is Granary. I think it's going to close when the second map starts, so you've still got maybe a minute or 2 left to finally get your predictions in. It's going to be a tough prediction, because I'm guessing, has put down quite a lot of damage as Sniper this map. Admirable, please tell.
That's the crucial stat that you want to know. I've got the log open here. I can tell you that he did 1383 damage as Sniper. You can see that, guys, on logs.tf by just hovering over the Sniper icon beside Flippy's name, but that's the stat that we'll be using there for that second map. So, is it the match page or the news post? Sonny Black is trying to clarify.
I've seen a lot of people doing it on the news post, so that's where I've been sending people, and that's the link I've been putting in.
Okay, so it's the news post. If you did post on the match page, go and post in the news post. I think we'll just make Sonny's life easy and be super strict about this. It's the news post only.
Yeah, there's only 3 on the match page,
things,
so
but,
that should be easy to fix.
Maybe Sonny can figure it out. I don't know. He says he's a smart guy, but I don't trust him.
But I mean, looking at the logs as well. Can we just? It says it's 4-2 here. Why does it say it's 4-2?
A close game.
I thought it was 3-2. Why does it say it's 4-2? I'm confused.
That's a good question. Did they get around at the end? No, they couldn't have.
No. Oh well. It was definitely 3-2. But look at the damage and frags from Nox. He is just putting out everything that he could possibly put out. He is top scoring on frags, and top scoring on damage. So he's doing a lot of work for that team right now. A good pickup for Rising's broken arm.
Yeah, but he gets a lot of heals. Look at those medic stats. He gets as many as Tech, actually. I suppose these teams are quite similar. But he definitely seemed to get the better rub of things. You could maybe give a little bit of credit to Merlin there. Bull had a few shaky moments. He died 3 more times than Merlin. And look at the number of assists Bull gets. Like, Merlin is healing the people who are killing people. Like, he's healing Nox, and he gets the assists because of that. And he has over twice as many, at least, as Bull. And that tells me a little story. I know the assist system in TF2 is a little bit flaky, but definitely a stat worth considering. It feels like the TLR combo has been more effective than the Awsomniac one.
Yeah, definitely, and that's kind of surprising, because Tech and Nox, I would say that Tech would be better. I mean, he's been playing Soldier for so many seasons in a row that theoretically he should be better. I mean, I know Nox, used to play Epsilon and used to play Soldier, but he did kind of take a couple of seasons off to play Medic, so I would say on paper that Tech is better, but
Well,
Nox
they did
just
play
playing out of his
Soldier this
mind.
season for Mela Moon, but that was sort of a bit of
Was it?
a
That was a bit of a wet
disastrous
flannel, that
team.
was.
But if you'd sort the logs by kills and assists per death there, you see Nox and Merlin are up top, and then you've got Tech, Flippy, Eggs on. I mean, Heist wasn't really getting into the game in that sense. He did put out 10k damage, but he wasn't really there for the cleanup or whatever. And like people, Ips in particular is always bashing on Nox for having this pussy pocket style, where he just sits back, takes all the heals, and then cleans up. Essentially, beating out his team member so slightly. But if it works, why
Yeah.
not?